In accordance with the guidelines by the Malaysian government, many businesses in Malaysia will soon be required to send individual digital e-invoices to customers in the format outlined by the Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia, LHDN. In this video, we'll show you how to set up the e-invoice feature by updating your business info and linking to LHDN. We'll also show you the mandatory details that need to be updated in your customer info and products and services info before you can start e-invoicing your customers. To start, go to Settings and select Account and Settings. In the Sales section, select the Edit icon in the e-invoicing tab. Note that when you enable this option for the first time, you will get a notification to set up your sales tax. To set up your tax settings, select Sales Tax Settings. This is not mandatory for all companies and is dependent on your company's revenue slab as set by the Malaysian government. If this doesn't apply to your company, select Doesn't Apply to Me. You also see a disclosure that your company data will be shared with the third-party service provider Sovos. Select Proceed. First, you need to update the Business Info section. Your company's business name is auto-filled as per the name given by you while setting up QuickBooks, but you can change it if required. Enter your Sales and Service Tax ID, SST, which is your tax registration number. Business Registration Number, BRN, is the ID you get when you register your business with the Chamber of Commerce. The Tax Identification Number, TIN, is the unique tax ID that is provided by the Malaysian government for businesses and individuals. The last field is the Malaysian Standard Industrial Classification (MSIC) code. The Malaysian government has defined a list of industries, and every company falls into a defined category. All fields except the SST ID are mandatory. You can check this link for more information on each of these fields. Select Next. The next step is to link to LHDN, which is a government entity. We need the credentials that are required for us to connect to the government on your behalf. You would have received these credentials through a government portal, My Invoice, while registering your business. All you need to do is log in to the My Invoice portal, go to the section that generates the credentials, and then copy and paste it into QuickBooks. This will allow us to send e-invoices on your behalf. In addition, there is a digital certificate that verifies your identity to ensure that the invoice is authentic. You can acquire this digital certificate by paying a fee to the registered third-party dealer. Right now, this is optional. Once you're done filling out all the info, select Connect. You get a confirmation message that you've been connected to Sovos successfully. Select Done. Now you can see that the e-invoicing feature in Account and Settings has been turned on. Select Save and Done. Here are two mandatory requirements that need to be updated before you start e-invoicing. First is to make sure the details of your customer, like the email address, phone number, billing address, and tax info, are updated while setting up your new customers and also for your existing customers on QuickBooks. Note that tax IDs differ depending on the type of customer, a business, an individual in Malaysia, or a business or individual outside Malaysia. Secondly, the classification code should be updated for all your existing and new products and services as a mandatory requirement from the Malaysian government for all businesses. The classification code is assigned from a predefined list of 45 codes as prescribed by the LHDN. Now that we have the setup ready, let's create an invoice with the e-invoicing option. Select New, then Invoice. Select the customer. Fill in the product details along with SST rate. Note that there is a new field SST amount, which is the total tax amount as per the requirement of the Malaysian government. Once you're done with updating all the details in the invoice, select Save and Submit e-invoice. To view the status of your invoice, go to Sales tab and select Invoices. Here you can see the status of the invoice in the e-invoice status column. Once you submit the invoice, the status is Pending Validation. If there are any errors in the invoice, the status here will appear as Error Submitting. You can open the invoice and see that the status is submitted to LHDN here. Note that once you submit an invoice for approval, you will not be able to edit the invoice. In case you need to edit an invoice, you'll need to create a credit note or a refund receipt. Once the government approves this invoice, the status changes to validated. Typically, the approval of an invoice usually takes about a minute or so. You can open the invoice and see that it is accepted with a green tick here. Select the See Details link here. You can see the QR code. All validated invoices will have a QR code. When this code is scanned on your phone, you will be able to view this validated e-invoice in the My Invoice portal. In this way, your customers will know that this is an authentic invoice that has been validated by the government. Once the invoice is validated, you can send it to your customer by selecting the Save and Send option or select any other suitable save options. Lastly, select the Print or Preview here. When a customer downloads or prints the invoice, they can see the official LHDN QR code on this invoice. Note that e-invoicing is supported only on the standard AIRI Modern template. Now you're ready to start e-invoicing your customers.